going to a Goodwill thrift store, and I thought I would share what I'm deciding to do. More than anything for fun, I love to go to Ross and TJ Maxx and those types of stores, and I love finding good deals. I always have since I was young. I loved going to the flea market and antique stores with my mom, and then that went into going to thrift stores with my best friend in middle school. Her mom, usually it was her mom, would take us and drop us off, and we would, rummage through all the clothes. Back then we were always trying to find like 70s style clothing, like bell-bottom type jeans, leather patchwork jackets, that comes to mind. So anyhow, I've had a long love for finding treasures. And so since I left my job in March, due to many reasons, I've kind of had a little bit of freedom now that all of my to-do list has slightly wrapped up before I get my oldest off to college. And so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. And in the meantime, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this, because I've really loved that you can find things that have been used but still look in great condition, and that people can repurpose those things, reuse those things, instead of always buying new, which when I was short on time, I had to just buy what was convenient, and sometimes that meant spending more than I'm going. Hey there. So I ran into Goodwill. I haven't gone into Goodwill in a hot minute, so I didn't know what to expect. But real quick, because I got to go get my little kiddo. I got this cute summer beaded purse. I got some Converse that I'll probably wash up and sell. These are so easy to clean. I'll show you how to clean white shoes. And then I got this J. McLaughlin dress, and it's like a thick, almost like a swim material. Anyways, they retailed for like $300 some odd, so I could be wrong on that, but it was something like that, just at a quick view of the site. So I'm so interested to see if that'll sell. Then I got some Big Star cutoffs. Pretty sure these are from the Buckle, really popular brand. And then I got a Sincerely Jewels crocheted top, basically brand new. It is adorable, really well made. And then the last thing I scored was, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but the A Gold brand, AGOLDE. I always see people modeling these or whatever, influencing this brand, and so I found a denim skirt. So I'm hoping that that'll just fly, because those go for a good amount. And so we will see how this all sells. I'll update you with a video to see if anything sold very well. So I spent $34 today, and I'm so curious to see what actually sells. I went through maybe less than half of the store. You'd have to have a lot of time to get through there. So I've been here maybe 2 hours. I don't know. We'll see how this all goes. All right. See ya. All right. So I'm back home, and I'm going to list a few of the things that I purchased at Goodwill today. I am washing the dress that I purchased, making sure the stains out of the pits are gone. It just looked like there was a little bit of excess deodorant. So it was potentially a higher priced item, so I want it to look as nice as it can. So make sure you check your items when you're at the store, and you don't get home and have any surprises where you would have to either not sell it or list it for quite a bit less. So take the time to check your items, but also take the time to wash your things that could be washed. For example, the dress. I'm also washing the shoes, and I'll show those in the end. So anyhow, this is my setup. I'm near a window. You can see the light. This is the towel rod. My background is slightly a light green, but in the pictures it photographs really well. And again, it's providing a consistent backdrop to my items. So you'll see people have a setup in their garage with lighting and whatnot. I'm just doing this for fun. So I'm not going to go to that extent at this time, but just keep that in mind when you're going from like a tile floor to a wood floor, to a countertop, to a hanging on a wall, or from a closet door, that it just looks not consistent when someone's looking in your shop. When they go to your shop page and they scroll, it makes it a little bit messier to the eye, to make someone want to shop. So that's what I was going to tell you. But here is the skirt that I found at Goodwill, and it looks like it's probably been washed once by the way it's cut off, or they may have shortened it a little bit on their own. So I'm going to list it like this because they can always cut off the little frayed edges if they prefer. So I also already had these, but I use wooden hangers just for more aesthetic than anything. It just looks nice. And so I would hang it like this, and I'd hang it right here, showing the front, making sure if I needed to, I would steam it or iron it. And so I'd show that. I would show the label and the tag and the size. Anything that does need to be noted, I would show that. And then I would turn it to the back and take pictures as well, so that there's every angle of the skirt. I would also measure, again, measuring the waist, the length on this one. You could almost put the hip as well for a skirt, because us girls have, you know, maybe a certain size waist, but our hips are a little bigger. So anyhow, that's what I would do for the skirt. And whatever site you post on, it'll ask you all those questions. So it'll be a quick way to list it. I stand here, take the pictures, make the listing, and do it. So it takes very little time. I don't want to go sit down and come back and forth while I'm listing things. So this is the next pair of shorts that I bought at Goodwill. And so I would do the same thing. These are fairly brand new looking, so I wouldn't iron them or anything. They look pretty good. I would do that. Again, the tag's on the inside right here. I would show the tag, and then I would flip it around and show the bottom and the label. So that's the shorts. Now a top, I would go for a different hanger. For this crochet top, I would use this. I do have some hangers that have a ridge, so if this doesn't stay, I'll have to do that, but that looks like that'll stay. So anyhow, sometimes with a shirt, it is nice if you try it on and take a picture. You can do it in your bathroom, the same lighting. I have this mirror that my phone's on actually, and you can go ahead, try the tank top on with some cute shorts or something, and just crop the picture so that it shows the shirt. You can crop your head off as well, and then people can see, you know, what the shirt looks like. So anyhow, I do that, the front and the back, and then the sides, and I would do the tag. And on this one, whoops, I would also state that it is new without tags because it's brand new looking. So the purse I purchased, I would have to play with it a little bit, but I purchased this. So I may do something like that. Or again, take the clippy hanger and gently clip the beads. I would do something like that so that someone could see the purse. And I would take an up close picture. I would show the inside, and I would turn it around. And then I would say you'd want to measure the length and width of the purse, and maybe even the length of the strap so that someone knows what they're getting. You could also just clip it from there to there and hang it for your photo. So that's just a little bit of my process on how I list items. I'm specifically using Vinted right now. I've had really good luck. And so I'm just showing you another day of how I did that. I'm not going to do this every day. I don't go every day and shop, but I really enjoy the hunt. And so that's that. Bye.